There are a lot of things that I want to say regarding this election and the corruption that I have seen. But rather than focus on the negatives, today I really want to extend a message of encouragement to Donald Trump and his family. Since 2016, I have watched the president and his family continuously be the targets of verbal abuse and slander. Even in my own life, whenever I have shown support for the president as a 26-year-old black woman, I have faced many persecutions. I have lost relationships with family. I have been through a lot of turmoil because of the fear that has come about from speaking out. I had been afraid to speak out and show my support of Mr. Trump because I didn't want to face persecution. I didn't want to face people yelling at me or calling me a traitor to the black people or all of that nonsense. But in light of what has happened, in light of the fact that there has been corruption proven on the other side and that things were allowed to happen that should not have taken place, I feel compelled to give encouragement to Mr. Trump and his family because they have been victims of slander, verbal abuse, and all kinds of persecution over and over and over again over a period of 4 years. And he has not deserved any of it. Even if you do not like Mr. Trump, the hatred that has been extended to him and his family, the lack of compassion that has been extended to him and his family is utterly appalling. And it saddens me that humankind did not learn the lessons that needed to be learned during the pandemic. It was during this time that we should have learned to be kinder to each other, to have more patience for one another, to be more understanding of each other and be more open to opposing views. But that is not what has occurred. And so to the president, I want to say that you have done a tremendous job. You have worked tirelessly for the American people. Regardless of all the slander, regardless of all the hatred, you have continuously worked for the purpose of helping the American people. You have worked to help us maintain the freedoms that we have taken for granted. You have helped the black community to have more jobs than ever. You have helped the black community in terms of prison reform. You have helped so many different kinds of people. You have helped create a safer nation. You helped create a nation that was more prosperous, and yet people did not appreciate that. And that is why we are in the situation that we are in now, where there are people rioting in the streets who simply do not know the good things that you have done and have bought into the lie that the media has portrayed to them. The lie that you're racist, the lie that you are a bigot, a lie that you are just a hateful person. When obviously, if anyone watched you talk, if anyone watched you describe your passion for the American people, which includes all races because every race lives here, then people would understand that you are not a racist person. If they looked into your past and saw the NAACP awards that you have won, if they knew about the Nobel Peace Prizes that you have been nominated for recently, if they knew about how you have brought peace to the Middle East, something that no president has achieved, then maybe people would stop perpetuating these lies. Maybe then people would recognize the good that you have done. But clearly, that is not the prerogative of the media. It is not the prerogative of the Democratic Party. What they want is control. What they want is to deceive. And I'm sorry that you have been the target of all the slander, of all the lies. But I want to commend you for fighting on despite all of the difficulties, of all of the lies and slander you have dealt with. And I commend you for having a general love for people, regardless of race. Your true character is genuine, And I see that, and there are many other people that see that. In the debate, when you said that you are the least racist person in the room, I agreed with you, and I believed you, because I've seen it over and over again, how you have reached out to help people of other races during your presidency. And even though the media may not show it at large, I know because I saw. And the fact is, regardless of whether other people agree with me or not, regardless of whatever pushback I may receive, I am speaking out now to say that I support you. I support you and your family. But most importantly, I support those who are in support of the Lord. Those who will fight for God's purpose are the ones that I am in support of. And you have shown by marching in pro-life marches, you have shown from speaking at pro-life rallies that you are fighting for God's purpose. You are fighting to protect Christian liberties. You fought to protect Israel. Knowing all of this, I felt that the best way to truly encourage you is to quote a couple of verses in the Bible. And one I'm going to start with is one that I just happened to come across this morning in Nehemiah 8, verse 10. At the end of verse 10, it says, "Do not sorrow, for the joy of the Lord is your strength." Another one that comes to mind is Matthew 6:33, which says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you." And so, Mr. President, I encourage you to continue fighting and to know that God is on your side, because you are fighting for Christians. You are fighting for unborn children. You are fighting to stop the evils that have been perpetuated by those in the government that are corrupt over and over again. You have been fighting the fight, and I encourage you to continue the fight. And I encourage you to embrace these persecutions because you're in good company. Jesus also suffered great persecution. And without him suffering for all of us, then we would not have any hope of salvation at all. So keep that in mind, and God bless you. God bless your family, and I wish you all the best. And to the rest of this country, I wish all of you the best. And regardless of whether you watch this video and you get angry at me or not, I really don't care, because it's not the time for me to be worried about anyone persecuting me, because again, I'm learning to embrace those things myself. So have a great day, everyone. God bless you all, and best wishes. Bye.